On my first day on board, I must say that I didn't even notice we departure. It was only after dinner that I looked through the window and I saw the ocean moving, and was quite surprised. Ciao, sono Ivan. English. 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 Ciao, my name is Ivan. I'm the photo manager in Costa. I started working here 9 years ago. The way to arrive here has been quite interesting because at the beginning I didn't plan on working on cruise ships. I wanted to work abroad just to learn a new language. So while applying or while going to make my application to work on airplanes, I saw this ad on the street where I saw a cruise ship and I got curious about it, so why not trying? And so I applied on that agency, and a few months later I got a notification that I passed to make the interview. My experience in Peru, it's as a videographer, so back then I didn't make photos. I focused a lot on videos. I was making videos in weddings, TV ads most of the time, but the option for photographer back then was not available. So anyway, I just left my curriculum. What can I lose? Just 2 months later, I got the call, and 2 months later after the interview, I embarked. So everything was quite fast. I just could not believe it. I had my first contract for Costa. So my first embarkation was in Civitavecchia. On my first day on board, I must say that I didn't even notice we departure. It was only after dinner that I looked through the window and I saw the ocean moving, and was quite surprised. On my first contract, I have started as a photographer. So my first shock was to go to the restaurant to make some photos, where I got at the beginning a lot of welcoming passengers who were indeed very nice, as they noticed that I don't speak their language. Back then I didn't speak Italian, so I was approaching them in Spanish or English. It was very nice to see how greeting and how welcoming they are. So it gives me a very big boost of confidence to keep on shooting photos. I started here as a photographer. I moved to portrait photographer. Then I moved to shades photographer, which is a photographer who is able to edit his own photos. Then I tried to make the training as a printer, a laboratory technician, and after that I became the assistant photo manager. So that was 6 years ago. And the experience that indeed marked me and showed me how rewarding this job is that when I was assistant photo manager, 2 little girls approached me and hugged me. I was so curious why that happened, because I didn't recognize them at first. And then their parents approached me and didn't recognize me, and they came with a photo on their mobile phone showing me that the photos I have taken probably 4 or 5 years ago were on their wall when they were making the activity of Princess and Captain for a day. I didn't recognize the girls because years have passed, but they still remember the photographer who took those photos. So that's a very important moment I keep with me, and I keep sharing this story with my team as enhances the idea that this is not just paper what we're selling the moment, a very special moment of their lives in a printed version, in a printed moment. So we can print memories. So no other department can say that. We can freeze the memories and you can take them with you, and every time you look at these photos you can revive them. So this is the part that I love about my job. My role as photo manager here is to take care of the entire operation. So the entire operation is not just making photos, it's making sure that the whole gallery has an easy access for the guests to understand where they can find their products, and of course to come with assistance of the photographers. We start the day by, of course, opening the shop and organizing nicely all the photos so the guests can find themselves, and also to organize the portraits as per their setup. We have many positions in which we can make photos, such as the Vespa, have the porthole, or what they call here in Italy the oblò, and different backgrounds. We also make photos around the ship. So according to the special days that are going on here on Costa Fascinosa, we've followed these thematics in order to make more attractive our products. So we change the color of the backgrounds, we change the theme, as we have many Spanish, English-speaking crew, French-speaking crew, German-speaking crew. So according to the night we have, the thematic of the night that we have, we sort the theme. The team, of course, at the beginning, they have to bring the photos from the laboratory, photos that they have taken the night before. So after the photographer takes the photos, they have to deliver the memory card to the printer technician. He will edit the photos together with the team, who will remember some special requests. Now, the volume of the photos we edit is very, very high. Like per day, I must say that we make nearly 5,000 photos. So that's a lot, because we must have this ready on the next day. And so based on this volume, we have many computers which are processing, which must process very, very fast all this production, because the guests will come on the next day looking for it. And once these photos are displayed, the photographers who indeed shoot these photos has to sell them. So we have to find the beauty in this product, as of course our guests will see what they like, but also they will see what they don't like. So we must give them the options, of course, options that they will like, so they can later buy them. After we set up the gallery, we have to set up also the backgrounds, which is the places in which the photographers will make the photos. And of course we have to set it up nicely and with safety, because the ship moves. So we have to make sure that everything is under control and it's going to be operatively safe. And once the backgrounds are open, the photographers will start to invite the guests into the backgrounds. Once they get a guest inside the background, starts the professional photo session. The photographers here in Costa Fascinosa are capable to provide a professional photo shooting in less than 3 minutes. Which normally a shot will take about half an hour. So we have to explain many times to our guests that means efficiency is. We make it look easy, but indeed it isn't. There is a lot of job behind. We have to take care of all the details. We have to adjust the lights according to their body shape, their clothes, and also the backgrounds according to the thematics of the night. So the team is capable to do this kind of job in a very, very quick moment, because of course we want the guests to enjoy the experiences and the activities that we have on board. So we cannot take that long, as they maybe want to go for dinner, they also want to go to the theater, they want to go to a party. So in between these moments we are around, and we will make very, very nice photos of them, so they can see them later to immortalize the day that they have had here on board. My duties as photo manager, of course, implies the communication not only with the team, which is under me, but also the team that is above me, which is the hotel director, administrative director, financial director, and also shoreside. I must explain the strategy and the results, because we also have a lot of resources that must be used in order to achieve our goals, which is to make the target, as we say here. We have a number that we have to achieve on sales. We have a number that we have to achieve in terms of quantity of photos. So my duty here is to organize the team in the best possible way, so we can capture most of the photos while having enough people in the gallery to sell them. So we have to analyze which is the day, which is the event going on, so we can decide the thematic also for the gallery. According to the composition of the day, we change the displays in the gallery to make, of course, the selling more attractive. The challenges here is that we have a lot of nationalities here on board. So the multiculturality that is going on here on the ship makes it far more interesting, because now there is not a concept of normal. The word normal becomes something very, very relative. So a team that works properly is a team that communicates properly. And the challenge is to make them understand that sometimes their way of communicating might not be the nicest, but there is no bad intention behind it. Of course, we have people from India, we have people from Italy, we have people from Brazil, and each one of them have a different way to communicate things. And some of them might be understood probably not as polite, but back in their countries it's just totally normal. So I must be sure that the team will understand this space where they are, which indeed the multicultural tolerance must always be present, because not everyone is going to express in the way you want. By example, my personal experience, the gestures with the hands that happens here a lot in Italy was not normal, as here in my country we normally don't use the hands unless we're upset. So to see people speaking to me even in a normal tone of voice but gesturing too much was a shock. So I need to explain this to my team, especially to the new arrivals, which might not understand that part of don't know this part of the culture. But the same happened with other nationalities. So the first step we must have is just to be quite open-minded towards a different kind of communication. And first of all, understand that no one here has bad intentions. And the message is just the most important, not the way of how it's given, but the message itself. Something that I will advise to someone who wants to work in Costa and here as a photographer, first of all, to be open-minded, to have new ways of communication. People want to express what they know in many different ways, so we have to always just get the message, not the way, but the message. Here everyone wants to learn and also wants to teach, because the more we know, the more we will level up, so we can all give the best possible service. So, and in order to learn all these new things, we must be humble. Each photographer have their own style, each photographer have their own signature, but when you are here on board, we must learn to see what the guest wants, because we have to sell those photos. So we have to be very, very open to learn different styles and to change them according to the passenger we have, because as this is a very, very multicultural space, so according to where you are, your style and your signature is going to change. So you must be very, very open-minded and humble to learn all these new styles. Con i tedeschi, foto spontanee, non dirle come mettersi in pose, semplicemente abbraccia la tua moglie. E non possiamo togliere le rughe. I tedeschi adorano le sue rughe, quindi le lasciamo così.
Segno del tempo.
Sì, e con gli italiani il vestito, gli italiani si vestono benissimo, quindi dobbiamo approfittare giusto quel stile che hanno per fare vedere il loro vestito del migliore modo possibile, no? Quindi vediamo che hanno un orologio che sta brillante, quindi è nuovo, quindi facciamo delle pose con l'orologio, con la camicia, le apriamo un po', quindi tantissimi full body si vendono con gli italiani. Quindi sì, per questo se uno va al Brasile non può fare le stesse pose che uno fa in Italia, se uno va a Germania cambia il mio modo di fotografia. E quello si impara di più non scattando ma vendendo. Quindi per questo questa relazione tra i venditori e i fotografi mi serve tanto fare le rotazioni, così loro capiscono che foto si vende di più. Perché per esempio un tedesco mai ti comprare una foto posata, no? Lavorano tutte dritte, massimo una mano in tasca e basta, no?
Sì. In base a quante ne comprano capisci cosa funziona e cosa non funziona.
Sì, secondo la nazionalità. Sì. È una cosa interessante con i cinesi. I cinesi adorano le loro mani, quindi se tu vuoi vendere una foto a un cinese, questo può essere una pose. Questa è una pose, per le donne soprattutto, no? Questa è una pose. questo è un'altra pose e la comprano, però se tu le fai questo a un ospite magari italiano ti dirà ma è la stessa pose, la stessa foto, però per un cinese no, infatti hanno tanti stili, no, con le mani, uno comincia praticamente a giocare con questo, però senza muoverle tanto perché sempre tutte le foto che uno può fare a una signora cinese tienela così, lei sarà felicissima, solo muove le mani e con quello basta. Però è questa la multiculturalità che ti dico, no? Ogni mercato anche lì applica la regola della multiculturalità. Quindi non posso fare le stesse cose che faccio in Italia e in Cina, quindi uno poi come fotografo se un giorno vuole fare il backpacker e fare il freelancer, ora so che tipo di fotografia devo fare secondo ogni mercato. Here on board I'm often not embarking with this, but every contract, since my second contract I'm buying a ukulele. It's very cheap everywhere. It only has 4 chords, and I love music. So my formation back in my country is a pianist. I study piano, but as I cannot carry a piano with me every time on any contract, I'm embarking with a ukulele. I use YouTube videos to learn how to play it, and my free moments or when the photos are exporting and there is some empty moments on my time while working, I just like to play a bit. So it relaxes me a lot, and it also gives you this extra sense of achievement as you are always learning new songs. Same as when photographing, when you're learning a new pose or a new type of lighting. So this is my way to relax my mind, always with music.